Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the player for table 1, representing Australia, Fin LUU.
So here comes the Aussie, played one, lost one. That loss came against Edouard Ionescu, but he in turn came unstuck against the world #1. And here comes the noise.
Representing China, Chuqin.
Told you so. Out comes that familiar walk as Chuqin comes out in front of his adoring fans here. He enjoyed himself in beating Ionescu, but as it is, he's only played the one match so far. The way this Group 1 stands is the Romanian Ionescu has 3 points from a win and a loss. Fin LUU has just the one, and Chuqin has 2 points from that win yesterday. So, straightforward enough, barring something very, very unusual. Chuqin will look to get this one sorted out and then start thinking about what happens next here in the Galaxy Arena. As I said just a few moments ago, they are very familiar with one another, having met not that long ago. They met at the Singapore Smash 2026, and it was a straight games win for Chuqin, 11-2, 11-9, 11-8 against this young Australian. Fin LUU made a name for himself in China at China Smash 2024, beating Alvaro Robles in the round of 64 there. Subsequently, we've seen success recently for Nicholas Lund, and generally something of an upward trend. These young Australians, they make their way all around the world. I was chatting with Ricardo Oliveira, the coach, earlier on, and he said these guys are very often funding, their way. They're very committed to their careers. They're doing what they can to get out and get exposure against the very, very best. Of course, they're well supported by their association, and the fact that they're preeminent in Oceania means that they do get to rub shoulders with the very best on a regular basis. Player they idolize to take himself into that kind of World Cup company.
Last one.
I would imagine there'll be some nerves to be settled for Fin LUU here. Imagine having that staring you down at the other end of the table. And that'll give him a bit of confidence, the Aussie. Made a name for himself really on his Commonwealth Games debut. Outstanding performance there, the Victorian.
One thing.
But playing in front of this crowd in this amazing arena, in this context, an ITTF World Cup, well, that's just next level stuff for Fin LUU.
1-4.
Straight away, evidence of the flow to the play of Chuqin. The way he makes the difficult look so very, very easy. There's an intimidation factor as well about Chuqin. He'll have a little look, a lingering look at his opponent. Let you know he's there. Fans will do that as well. Well played.
4-3.
He's got to be as aggressive as he's allowed to be, as he wants to be, Fin LUU. But look at that. He must have thought he'd put himself in a very good position. And then suddenly the ball's on him before he could even think, really. The mobility of Chuqin. First, to deal with that backhand serve, and then to just turn up the heat, turn up the power, notch by notch. He's not going to make many inroads with the service, you feel, Fin LUU.
Extreme.
Now he's got to try and come to terms with what is being served up by the world number one. Again, he just seems to have all the time you could possibly want, and he denies time to the opponent. So quick there, taking it early on the up. It's not always going to work. To the ooze of the crowd. Hanging in there as best he can, Finn Lu. But that is Wang Chuqin dominating as he can. And that earns him 6 game points in the first. First game in the bag. So fans, young and old, have flocked to the Galaxy Arena to see this man in action. You'll be hearing any flashes or any problems in the crowd are attended to. They take that responsibility very seriously, these Chinese superstars. Oh.
Last one.
I don't know if he was taken by surprise at all there, or changed his mind. Either way, it's a 2-love lead for Finn Lu. Both points taken on the world number one service. How about this? Make it 3. Got to enjoy this whilst it lasts if you're Finn Lu. And he's enjoying it because he's taken a lot of confidence from this good start to the game. And that was excellently played. Not an easy shot to execute. So at what point does the world number one put the brakes on the Aussie? Maybe he starts now. Must have thought that on the receive there he'd done a pretty good job, Finn Lu. Only for Chuqin to have other ideas. That's a decent enough flip back, but wow, he's forced back. Gobbled up by Chuqin.
Timeout.
Can. The idea is try and keep it central, get yourself in a position to do what you want to do. But Wang Chuqin, of course, will have other ideas. And the minute Finn becomes a little bit more passive, then that could be a problem for him. But the setup with the backhand, it's what he wants. Great defense. Oh, and he wins it. That's a point that the young Australian is going to remember for a very, very long time. 21-year-old Finn Lu hanging in there against the world number one and then producing a shot that even Wang Chuqin couldn't deal with. for another.
6-5.
Not this time. This time against the Chinese player on the attack and taking the point. As soon as he forced Fin Lu into retreat and defensive action, he swarmed all over him. Oh, and again he gets after the body, hurrying up Lu there. Well, he had no right to win that point, but he came close to it. Really taking defensive action there. Somehow, he's produced some incredible gets, as Fin Lu, in the course of this game. That would have been quite something if he caught the edge. But it's a 2-point deficit now.
7-8.
Becomes one. A little bit of frustration from Chuqin.
Black. 7-8.
Oh, he was ready. He was waiting.
9-7.
And he put the ball beyond the young Aussie. Deceptively easy looking shot. It certainly wasn't from Chuqin, who now serves 9-7 up. But misses.
9-8.
And that's now 9-8, and another few words with himself from Chuqin. Oh, he got it into the body. It came back somehow from Fin Lu, and then just died there on Chuqin. So, from a position where he was looking to serve for the game, he's lost both points now on that service and handed an opportunity to Fin Lu to serve his way to parity in this match.
Go! 10-9.
10-9. Is it going to happen? Is he going to take the game off the world number one? Fin Lu serving. We go to juice, and we do so with some classic Chuqin play. The angle, the pace. Once again, great powers of recovery from the young Aussie, but he stamps his feet in frustration. And what had been an opportunity for him to take the game now turns into a situation where he has to try and save it. Game point, Wang Chuqin. And he takes his opportunity, bringing his best game to bear against the world number one, the world champion. What he has to do now, though, is he has to start all over again, because he can't afford to lose this game, or that's it. Wang Chuqin might just be thinking, okay, I don't want to get involved in another tense one. He had to save a game point, remember, in the last game against the young Australian. And it looks as if he wants to rule out that possibility in this one. And he's on the attack. He's firing that as he's done all the way through this match into the body. And those body blows, of course, always end up taking their toll in the end. Of course, Wang Chuqin's also looking to fine-tune things about his game. A couple of times he's looked a little bit less than happy with certain aspects of it. He will have seen, and we've all seen, statement performances already from the likes of Calderano, the reigning World Cup champion. Truls Morgard, Felix Lebrun.
Left 5.
Rising star, Wen Rebo. All those who would be World Cup winners, and that includes Wang Chuqin. The only 2 players in this field in the men's draw. To have won it before
6 left.
are actually Calderano and Dmitry Ovcharov. Six love, he serves. Oh, and he's doing it with a bit of swagger now. And Wang Hao likes what he sees. 1 foot off the ground. He's reading him like a book. Nicely done.
1 second.
First point of the game for Finn. Beautiful placement. And it's quickly followed by a second. Oh, again. The invitation was there, and the look on Finn Lu's face tells you, did not expect to be chasing shadows here.
X3.
What a point. Greeted by a roar from the crowd. And he was on the run here, Chuqin, looking to cover that if it had found a table. And just as Eduard Ionescu did, Finn Lu has posed a few problems for the world #1, but he still finds himself now with 7 match points and a chance to win a second game, which he does. Minimum of fuss, steps through, takes it. Nice little nod of appreciation towards the 21-year-old Australian. And Finn Lu can hold his head up very high here, because that second game in particular saw him take the #1 to the limits, gave himself a chance to win the game, didn't quite see it through, and instead now has gone down to an 11-4, 12-10, 11-3 loss. So